Poor literacy linked to worse mental health worldwide. Poor literacy linked to worse mental health worldwide. You're listening to Technical News Reading World Reading Club, presented by Hakeem Alibokas Alexander on Spreaker, social podcasting, presented for World Reading Club in association with Uniquilibrium. This edition's reading focus comes to us from neurosciencenews.com and is titled Poor Literacy Linked to Worse Mental Health Worldwide. It was published on January 27th, 2023. Summary. Poor literacy skills, or being illiterate, is associated with an increased risk of developing anxiety and depression, researchers say. Additionally, poor literacy is also linked to increased feelings of loneliness. Source: University of East Anglia. People with poor literacy battle more mental health problems worldwide, according to new research from the University of East Anglia. A new study published today is the first to look at the global picture of literacy and mental health. 14% of the world's population still has little or no literacy, and the study finds that they are more likely to suffer mental health issues such as loneliness, depression, and anxiety. The team from UEA's Department of Clinical Psychology and Psychological Therapies, CPPT, say their findings disproportionately affect women, who account for 2/3 of the world's illiterate. Dr. Bonnie Teague from UEA's Norwich Medical School said, "Despite rising literacy rates over the past 50 years, there are still an estimated 773 million adults globally who can't read or write. Literacy rates are lower in developing countries and those with a history of conflict, and women are disproportionately affected. We know that people with better literacy tend to have better social outcomes in terms of things like finding employment, being paid well, and being able to afford better food and housing. Not being able to read or write holds a person back throughout their life, and they often become trapped in poverty or more likely to commit crime. We also know that lower literacy is related to poorer health, chronic diseases, and shorter life expectancy. There has been some research examining the potential association between literacy and mental health, but this is the first study looking at the issue on a global scale." Our first caption is an open book, has blank pages, though it's on a brown wooden table, much like the one I'm sitting at here at the Lucky Cup Coffee in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And the caption reads, "What we found is a significant association between literacy and mental health outcomes across multiple countries." And the image, which is the same one I'm using here on Spreaker's social podcasting, is in the public domain. That's why I can use it. Neuroscience News continues. The team reviewed data from 19 studies that measured both literacy and mental health. These studies took place across 9 different countries: US, China, Nepal, Thailand, Iran, India, Ghana, Pakistan, and Brazil, and involved almost 2 million people. The study involved almost 2 million people. Alright. This is, so far, one of the largest studies I've seen. Alright, let's see. Continuing. Neuroscience News continues. Dr. Lucy Hun completed this systematic review as part of her doctorate in clinical psychology training at UEA. She said, We used information relating to mental health and literacy to assess the global reported relationships between these two factors. What we found is a significant association between literacy and mental health outcomes across multiple countries. People with lower literacy had greater mental health difficulties such as anxiety and depression. We can't say for sure that poor literacy causes poor mental health, but there is a strong association. There is a strong association, A. Neuroscience News continues. There may be multiple factors impacting on mental health, which also impact literacy, such as poverty or living in an area with a history of conflict. However, what the data does show is that even in these places, you still see worse mental health for those without literacy skills. This work highlights the importance of mental health services being aware of and supporting literacy, she added. About this literacy and mental health research news. Author, Press Office. Source, University of East Anglia. Contact, Press Office, University of East Anglia. The image that I referred to earlier is in the public domain. Original research is under closed access and is from a paper titled Literacy and Mental Health Across the Globe, a Systematic Review, by Lucy Hun and others, Mental Health and Social Inclusion. You've been listening to Technical News Reading, presented by Hakeem Alibokas Alexander on Spreaker, social podcasting, presented for World Reading Club in association with Uniquilibrium. Yes, thank you very much. Neuroscience News continues with an abstract from the paper titled Literacy and Mental Health Across the Globe, a Systematic Review. Purpose: 14% of the global population has little or no literacy. Literacy skills impact on daily functioning and have been shown to impact on social outcomes. Whilst there has been research examining the potential association between literacy and mental health outcomes in specific populations, there has been no systematic review of this literature to date. Design, methodology, approach. A systematic review was carried out using Embase, PsycInfo, and PubMed to identify relevant papers that measured both literacy and mental health. Data relating to the association between literacy and mental health were extracted. The papers included were assessed for quality using a bespoke quality rating tool. A narrative synthesis describes the findings. Findings: 19 studies from across 9 countries were included in the analysis. 17 studies showed a significant association between literacy and mental health. Those with lower literacy and mental health, those with lower literacy had greater mental health difficulties. Some papers reported factors that interacted with this association, such as age, gender, poverty, and years of education. Originality, value. This is the first systematic review to look at the global picture of literacy and mental health. It suggests there is a relationship between literacy abilities and mental health outcomes, highlighting the importance of healthcare professionals and services, including identification of literacy needs within routine mental health practices. Related post: reducing the temptation to cheat in relationships. Even simple motions make ripples across the brain. And predicting dementia using neural network characteristics. I wonder how the fuck those are related. Alright, you've been listening to Technical News Reading, presented by Hakeem Alibokis Alexander on Spreaker, social podcasting, presented for World Reading Club in association with Uniquilibrium. This edition's reading focus has come to us from neurosciencenews.com and is titled Poor Literacy Linked to Worse Mental Health Outcomes. Here, let's try that again. It's titled Poor Literacy Linked to Worse Mental Health Worldwide. It was published on January 27th, 2023 on neurosciencenews.com. You can read this article or others like it for yourself by visiting neurosciencenews.com. That's neurosciencenews.com. That's neurosciencenews.com. Wonder what this one here sounds like. Take a shot. Oh, that's dope. Alright, class is out. Yep. And this, thank you. And this binaural beat in the background is called Bloomgeist 2. It's under my productions of binaural beats called demi-cerebral neurophasing, or demi-phase for short. You can listen to that for a little while longer. Hope it doesn't get canceled.